Tampa Bay Buccaneers got a surprise win as a big underdog last week in week 2, and in week 3 they will be a road underdog once again. And to analyze the point spread for this game, a guy who's also always full of surprises, Jeff Cadillac from jeffcadillac.com. All right, Jeff, Tampa Bay, big road win as a 10-point underdog against the Saints last week, and maybe another vulnerable big favorite here, Houston. Right now the line is split. So whatever your pick on this game is, we will give you the preferable line for you. Right now, Houston 6.5 or 7-point home favorite. The total is 40.5. Houston having a lot of issues, as we know. Injuries on the offensive line, kind of disarray on offense in general. And the defense, aside from J.J. Watt, is also maybe not looking that great. And Jameis Winston, rookie quarterback, had a great game last week. Rookie quarterbacks, though, are notoriously inconsistent in their first year, but can't take anything away from what he did last week. Managed the game well and made plays when he needed to. Jeff Cadillac from jeffcadillac.com. How do you analyze this point spread? Houston minus 6.5 or 7.
Well, I'll tell you something, Peter. If you know me from before, a lot of times I did look at the favorite of these games and say, hey, I like the favorite. But Tampa Bay last week surprised a lot of people. New Orleans used to be untouchable in the Dome. They've lost like 4 or 5 straight in the Dome. Tampa Bay looked excited last week. They played great on both sides of the ball. They made New Orleans make a lot of mistakes. Houston, though, is having a problem, because first of all, without Arian Foster as their running back, they are a one-dimensional team. Alfred Blue is just not getting the job done in Houston, and that's why the team is 0-2. They've lost against Kansas City. That game was, the score is closer than the game actually was. And then last week again, also in Carolina, the score was actually closer than it was. They haven't been leading in 2 games so far. Tampa Bay, Jameis Winston, I like what I saw last week. The first week of the season, he got a welcome to the NFL game. He got blown out by Tennessee. They go to the Dome, where they haven't really won since like forever, against New Orleans. And they go in and they basically beat up New Orleans because the score is actually another one, closer than it actually was. Tampa Bay was blowing out this team. Houston's got a lot of problems right now. Like I said, Arian Foster, without him, no good. They've lost to Kansas City. They've lost to Carolina. They look pretty unmotivated over there. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're waiting for Arian Foster to come back, but they've got some new receivers. They got the only one on defense for Houston, by the way, that looks like he's playing up to his season form is J.J. Watt. The rest of those guys, Jadeveon Clowney, I don't know where he is. Maybe he's not 100%. Brian Cushing, after a few, season injuries, he had a few seasons where he had season-ending injuries. He's not the same guy as he used to be. Believe it or not, Peter, I like Tampa Bay plus 6.5 in this game. I think Tampa Bay is going to shock Houston because if Arian Foster, who has a groin injury, is day-to-day and he does not play this game on Sunday, Tampa Bay will pick Houston apart. Houston will be one-dimensional without Arian Foster. If he comes back, he might play a little bit, but right now he's questionable for the game. He's day-to-day, but I'm looking at as Houston, Arian Foster not playing. Tampa Bay will take advantage of it. I like Tampa Bay plus the 6.5.
All right. I can't believe it. You're taking the underdog here, and believe it or not, we're going to give you 7 points, Jeff Cadillac, because if you check SBRodds.com, you will see that it is right now a split line. Some books have 6.5, some books have 7, and so of course we will give you the favorable line for the purposes of your record keeping here. So you're going to go with Tampa Bay plus 7 over Houston. Can't say I disagree with that. Houston definitely looking like a very vulnerable favorite. A lot of question marks heading into this game. All right, Jeff Cadillac, quickly tell us a little bit about your website, jeffcadillac.com.
Okay, jeffcadillac.com. I have all the games. I do all the games every week for free. I'm also on Twitter at Jeff Cadillac, Jeff Cadillac 1. I do my pick of the week every week on Friday. I have a lot of followers, people sending me emails all over the place. Unfortunately, last week, hey, Rams at Washington, come on. Everybody thought the Rams after Seattle was going to do well. And then Baltimore,
Well, not the Sharps. The Sharps are on Washington, Jeff Cadillac.
The Sharps are on Washington?
Yes, they were. If you watch my video with Brett from BetDSI, the headlines manager at BetDSI, he told us Sharps are on Washington.
Oh, well, okay. If you say so, Peter, you the man.
Nah, man, so, that's what Brent told me.
Definitely check Twitter at Jeff Cadillac1 for my pick of the week, and jeffcadillac.com for all the picks, all the analysis every week for free during the NFL season.
Sounds good, Jeff.